Welcome back, everybody. This is the Johnny-mar, and I am continuing with Marasar's journey through Daggerfall. And you might want to slow down there. Looks like you've had quite a few to drink. In my last episode, we headed out here to Sentinel, and we were asked by one of the princes of Sentinel to find out more information about his deceased brother, who was supposedly kidnapped by the Underking, who I mistook for the Worm King. No, it's actually a different character, so I will not be heading back to Scourgebarrow, unless I absolutely have to, I guess. So in this episode, we're going to ask around and see if we can find out any information about this prince's death. So I guess we'll start with the town drunk here. Look at that face. His name is Codger, however you want to pronounce it. And we have to go to Tell Me About, and then we can find the prince's name. You must know something about Dasham. He came down with a fever and eventually died. So was that fever caused by the Underking, or is that kind of the official story of the royals here, the royal family, that he died of a fever? How about you? Do you have any information about Dasham? What can you tell me about him? Playing coy. So basically you get one shot at this. It seems anyway. If you ask over and over again, you're gonna get generic denials. Like, I don't know, I can't think of anything, I don't like to spread gossip, so on and so forth. No matter how you ask. At least that's been my experience with this quest. So you gotta hit him with your one shot, and you gotta fire away. And again, our personality is not the greatest, so people just don't like us, and our reputation is not the greatest, so that doesn't help either. How about you, Mr. Innkeeper? Do you have anything to say? Can you give me something to drink or eat? How about some fowl? I actually ate it. Oh man, I didn't want a quest. I wanted information about the prince. Okay, well, you have a harpy infestation of a structure, and you have to do something about it. And you'll pay us 354 gold. That's actually not bad for one of these quests, especially compared to what the royals have been paying me, which is usually around 100 to 200. I mean, I guess I'll do it. Not like I have anything better to do. So when you said a property, you meant a dungeon. Castle Faallem? And I have 8 days. You previously sent a mercenary, except they did not return. I have to kill 4 or 5 of them and come back with one of their feathers. Alright, well, that doesn't sound too hard. Obviously, we fought Harpies previously in a previous dungeon not too long ago, and they required me to switch back over to the Ebony Dagger, at least temporarily. Well, that's not a lot of information. I think there's someone standing over by the door, so let's talk to him quick before we head out and head over to the castle again. My head. There was that sound again. What was that? I don't need to know about feathers, just tell me about Dasham. Gee, thanks. That's some great information. But we're gonna head over to the castle and talk to some of the people on the court and see if maybe they'll give us information. Because if anyone could tell us about this former prince, you would expect that it would probably be the other members of the court. Now, whether that information is going to be accurate or not, we don't know. It's probably going to be based on their particular interests in this matter. But it does give me a chance to run around Sentinel a little bit more and show it off, because it is quite a unique landscape. So we get to see the trees and also the buildings as well. And maybe when we get back, I'll actually head to a shop and sell off some stuff, and you'll get to see more of the buildings. You have to go. Alright. Fair enough. How about you? Before you step into those steps and disappear, or phase through them, can you tell me about Dasham? Alright, same sorts of things. Alright, well, let's head in and see what the royals have to say. Now, I'm not going to talk to the queen or the other prince because they will actually activate quests that they'll want us to do for them. And I do not want to do that right now. We don't want to have multiple quests going at the same time. Hello? Gerchta. He was a scholar prince. So I guess he was well read. And hello there, Borky. That's a beautiful name. Do you know anything about the late prince? You don't like me. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. What if I ask politely? No. Alright, well, I'm gonna walk right through you, and maybe I'll head over to this lass playing the... What in the world? Where'd you get that hood from? Playing this instrument over here. And you are completely befuddled. You are no help at all. Well, back to your playing, I suppose. How about you, miss? Your cap is a different color. But that's okay, I guess. Probably just the sun. Yeah, you're not telling us anything of interest. And then this guy. Lord Vasek. With a pretty awesome beard. You have impeccable sources, and he died of a fever. Well, that's what we've been hearing. Now, we can't actually talk to the prince to get any further information. We're not going to talk to this woman because she crashes the game for some reason, at least my version. So we'll talk to this guy who's wearing a head rag, but isn't wearing a head rag. And yes, we have become quite aware of that. That's what people keep telling us. In fact, the prince is really the only one who's brought up the Underking. That there could be some other source of information here. Some secret plot, maybe. Everyone else seems to be saying basically the same thing. That he died of a fever. Alright, well, let's take on that quest for the innkeeper, then. It'll give us something to do. So where was this place that the innkeeper wanted us to go? Let's see. It was a castle, I remember that. Castle Faallem. And I have to kill some harpies. So when you say a castle, do you mean a real castle, or do you mean a hole in the ground, like the previous quote-unquote castles we've been to? Alright, well, let's find this place. Fae. No, not the farmstead. I guess I'll put in castle first then. No, not Castle Fall. Castle Fail. And I failed to type it in there. Oh, it's on the island. Interesting. That's a cool location, I guess. 4 days. What the what? Why is it taking 4 days? Oh, because I have by foot. I guess that would be by swimming. No, we're not going to use our horse and force it to swim us across, or go by our own methods. And it is a castle. Look. It's an actual castle. Who'da thunk it? Well, let's explore. We have to find some harpies. Now, this weapon is not going to be helpful against the harpies themselves, but we can use it in the interim while we're looking for them. Interesting. We have to climb some stairs here, and okay, there are multiple doors. I guess there are multiple areas of this castle we can access. No doubt each of them is incredibly massive and takes up tons of space, all procedurally generated. Got some bottles out here. What is that, for the milkman? I guess we'll try this door over here. And we'll start with this part of the castle. Alright, well, let's head on in and see what we find. Long hallways, stairs going up and down, no doubt, and also probably some enemies. Harpies, hopefully, but also probably some other stuff, like, I don't know what else. Some humanoids, I guess? Like a warrior? Is that what you are? Yeah, you're a warrior. I actually did hear the harpy cry already. At least that's what sound it made when we fought it in the previous dungeon. It's a pretty nice weapon. It's in line with our elven short sword. But it's probably a long blade. And obviously we can't use dwarven since we forbid it. But we can still grab it and sell it. Alright. Here, harpy, harpy, harpy. Yeah, where are you? Are you in this room down here? That would be very quick and easy. What do you mean the door's locked? I'm an expert lockpicker. I'm an expert lockpicker who always manages to open a door. I will hear nothing to the contrary. Alright. What's around this corner? A T intersection. Joy. And some slanted stairs. This place is either in disrepair or had some very poorly compensated architects and engineers who built it. Well, we're gonna skip this part because we want to stay on the same level. We don't want to go up and down yet because we have more of this floor to explore. So what is down here? Oh man, a tree in the middle of the hall. What happened there? Now, I actually have gotten stuck on those in past dungeons to the point where... Oh, do I have to break this one down too? Just for a bat? And some stairs, I suppose. But where I actually got stuck on them and I couldn't progress. And so I had to actually load an earlier save. So hopefully that won't happen again. Because that's annoying. Oi! Okay, we have a door. And this leads to an intersection. And probably some stairs. Alright, well, let's go back to the entrance. I think that's pretty much all of the paths that were to the right of the entrance. And we did have some stairs going down over there, so we'll start with those stairs, and we'll also unload all of this junk into my wagon. Alright, so let's see what's... Oh, there's the harpy. We still can't harm it with our elven. So we will use the dagger by switching over to the ebony dagger, which is strong enough to harm it, and we will kill it. And hopefully this one will be one that has the feather on it, so that we can get out of here. Please have a feather. You have a feather! Yay! A griffin's feather. And you had an enchanted torque. Well, that's nice. We'll have to get that identified at the Mages Guild and see if that's of anything of consequence. Alright, well, is that it? I mean, we killed a harpy. We got a feather. The guy did say to kill as many as we could, but we only needed one feather to finish the quest. I'm not seeing any extra doors in this hallway, but I can't really see it, thanks to the wonderful map system. I guess we'll explore a little bit more and see if there's anything else. But if we don't find anything else, we're just going to head out of here. Like if we get to more stairs or some crazy enemies that we don't want to take on, we're just going to run. Got a little bit more treasure, so that's nice. I'm not seeing that much around here. Just long hallways. And weird monster sounds. That doesn't sound like a werewolf. I don't know what that sound is. Well, I don't want to go downstairs yet. We don't want to get lost. I think we're done. It looked like there was another path over here, so maybe we'll check it out. And hi there. You are an orc, which we cannot play as. You can actually go to Orsinium in this game, which is the orcs' kind of homeland or stronghold. And there is a king of the orcs, so to speak. But again, you can't play as an orc in this game because they're not a playable race. But we don't want to keep our ebony dagger equipped because we don't need it unless we find another harpy. Oh man. Yeah, it looks like there's just stairs. So I think that's it. We're going to call it an end here to this dungeon. I achieved what the innkeeper wanted. I killed a harpy. I made an effort. I got a clan feather from one of the leaders. And now we're going to head back to the innkeeper, hand it in, and get our money. And if he tries to shortchange us, well, maybe we plunge a dagger into his neck. Who knows? No, we're not a member of the Dark Brotherhood. We can't do something like that. Not unless we get paid. So let's do some backtracking. It's not that far. Just up these stairs. And now we will head back to Sentinel. And who knows, maybe we'll get more information about the prince. We'll ask around a little bit more. Now, ultimately what we're waiting for is a courier to drop off a letter for us in that quest line. And it's going to take a few days for that to happen. That's why I'm not adverse to doing some... Oh, okay. To doing some adventuring. Well, here we go. We have a young courier who's appeared and given us a letter. So, who's that letter from, I wonder? Let's check it out. We have our parchment, and let's use it. Wall of text. You received a caller from the Fighters Guild, and they want me to find the mercenary. And you don't care whether I do or not, as long as I bring you one of the feathers. Yeah. No thanks. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I have no affiliation with the Fighters Guild. I did try in an episode a long time ago to join the Fighters Guild, but it caused my game to crash a bunch. So, no thanks. We're just going to finish off the innkeeper's part of the quest. I'm sure there's a reputation boost for the Fighters Guild and maybe an additional reward if we do that. But now that we're back at, as you can see, the inn here with the beer mug scrawled on the door, we're going to just hand in the quest and call it a day in relation to that. Hello, helpful people who told me nothing about the prince. You're welcome. And yes, you went through the motions to do the best you could. We'll take that money and we'll put it to good use, which is sitting in our pocket. And I guess now we have some stuff to sell. Can I have a drink? No. They don't like me having drinks in this game. Just food. I'm gonna stay away from that old guy, so hopefully I don't get another headache. And now we're going to walk across town here and see if we can find some shops to sell some stuff at. So we picked up a little bit of loot, but maybe we can find some better armor as well, or maybe a better weapon. Plus I wanted to show off kind of the structures of the buildings here. So each building tends to be constructed kind of in these quarter-shaped moon styles, and then they have multiple entrances. Hey, do you know anything about Dasham? No. Scholar Prince, yeah, we got it. Maybe we should ask a guard who's been obviously working out a lot based on his profile. Oh, you're new to Sentinel, so you don't know. Fair enough. Okay, well, we still don't have much information. We're pretty close here to a few stores. Now, I'm not going to necessarily go into all of them. I will off-screen, and what I'll do is I'll try to find the one that gives me the best prices to sell the loot. And then we will continue onward from there, because we have a couple here, and some of them are probably going to shortchange me. So I'll see you in a little bit. So this tiny little place is the one that has the best prices. Ugh. Again. What in the world is happening? Take my stuff, please. Please buy it. And please don't short-charge me. Do I have anything else to sell? I did buy a weapon from one of the other vendors, but yeah, everyone else was offering me less than 1,000, so this guy is definitely the best. Do you have anything worth buying? Armor? A better weapon? I do like my new mithril dagger here. No. Alright, well next time we're gonna have to continue onward and see if we can figure out what happened to this prince. So long. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press like and leave a comment below. Please also subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. See you next time.